Alright, so the second design, I'm going to get my idea from this picture here. I really like this. I think it's really clever, but I don't want to just copy what's already there. So I'm going to take, you know, not the idea of a cat, maybe think of another animal that I can use, and kind of use that similar sort of idea where you put your fingers in there and you could actually, you know, kind of poke someone if you wanted to. So on my screen, I thought about a bunny, kind of cute. So I just typed into Google clip art bunnies, and I think we might have a go at drawing maybe this guy here. So that's where I'm going to kind of get my shape from when I draw my design here. So I've got my grid paper ready. Now when I start this, because it's not a rectangular shape, to make it a lot easier, I am going to start with a square shape on my paper. Okay, so just lightly, sorry, not very good one-handed here, just lightly put in the shape there. Then find kind of the center of it, just roughly mark where you think the center is, because that's going to mean we can get the sketch the same both sides. And then I'm just kind of sketching in very lightly, because I'm probably going to muck it up, that shape of the rabbit's head. I'll just go around it lightly till I get it right. And then I think that looks okay, and then I'm going to copy this onto the other side. Now if you're at home and you don't want to do a rabbit, you know, grab something else. You might do a dog or whatever else. We're just trying to practice doing rounded shapes like this. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Then I'm going to have a go at the ears. Now I would probably make these a little bit more exaggerated than what I am looking at my picture. There we go, something like that. I could even do the inside of the ears like this. Now it's those big eyes that, you know, I want to make big enough that fingers could go through there. I'll try and get them big enough. The nose looks a little like this. Then we've got whiskers right there. Okay. And you could actually, even if you wanted to, it's got a weird tooth, bunny rabbit tooth down there. So I'm just going to round that head off. That looks a bit odd. Right, so now I've got to make this look 3D. So basically, I'm just going to roughly take it on that 45-degree angle, but kind of needs to be smooth here. The eyes, I think we'd see, maybe it would go that way actually. Yeah, I think we'd see it that way. So we'd see the eyes like that. The ears, once again, you just kind of take like this. That whole face shape, I think, needs to be a little longer as well. All right. Now, the actual keyring, oh, I know what I might do here. I'm going to put a big bow tie on this bunny as well. I don't know why. There we go. It's got a bow tie on as well. Make that look 3D. Could even do a couple of lines in there. Teeth. So then, once again, use your shading techniques. I always tend to keep the light source in the same place so I know what I'm doing. So quite dark on this side. Much lighter here. You could do that a tiny bit darker in there. Dark there. And then you would make this in here because you'd have a bit of a shadow here. Okay, a bit darker, and then use our same principles of starting light and then getting a little bit darker here on the edge. Now when you 3D print, you guys generally don't get a colour of what filament comes out. Sometimes I can do it in white, and you can use nail polish on the 3D printed object to add some colour to it, but it just depends what's in the printer and what's loaded, unfortunately, that you don't get a choice. So that's looking pretty good. And then once again, you get your felt tip pen, which I don't have. I've just got a black pen, go around the outside and outline it all. So I forgot to put in a hole for a key ring. I could put it down here, or I could put up here. I think probably here makes a bit more sense. I'm just going to squiggle a chain in here and then make that rounded. If you really want to get that perfect, you could use the grid there. Okay, so this is my rabbit 3D printed, 3D design keyring. So I need to annotate it. So I would say it's a hole. Call that a jewelry finding. That ring that would go through it, you call it a jump ring actually. So you'd have a jump ring here to attach this chain to. So I've got all this stuff at school. I'm just going to say that's a bow tie. Let's say the holes are big enough for fingers. So we need to, if we're actually going to do this, we need to check what size we need to make that hole. Now we've got the ears. You could say this was whiskers. Sorry, really need that other camera. Okay, so once again we have to think about strengths and weaknesses, and we'd write that on the design. So strengths, writing down here, is that it's got two functions. So it's a key ring and a safety device. You know, for poking someone if they're trying to attack you. I don't really want to say that, but true. I'd say it's a kind of a unique idea. The weaknesses, however, are that the ears might break off. I mean, this is a key ring as well, so it might actually, you know, you might actually stab yourself with these pointy ears. So we could say it could cause an injury. So that would be an issue as well. This would be quite simple to draw, so that would be another strength that you could write there. So they're just two little examples of how I would like you guys to start designing, and we'll probably do that. I think you have a lesson on Wednesday as well.